Yesterday was Father's Day and I was not able to call my dad, which was kind of a bummer. I mean only kind of, because like this is why. This week we are sharing some of our childhood travel memories, so I am going to dedicate my video to my dad. He's probably gonna wish I just made him some paper mache garbage instead of making him sit through a 4-minute YouTube video. Sorry, Dad. My whole family does a lot of traveling, so a love of travel was always kind of a given for me. But of all of my travel loves and obsessions, the one most connected with my father is my obsession with Route 66. When I was 4, my whole family moved from Chicago to LA, and while my mom flew out with my brothers, my dad and I drove. I'm sure I was told once upon a time the reason for this arrangement, but I don't remember it now. So I've done the majority of the interstate equivalent of Route 66 more times than I can count. Technically the interstate is not the same thing as Route 66, but I'm going to keep referring to it as Route 66 and you can just go with it. Now would be a great time to show you that map overlay thing from Cars where they were explaining how the interstate destroyed all those little nothing towns on Route 66. So I don't actually remember this trip because I was so small, so it's not really a memory per se, but I've heard stories from it so many times that I feel like I remember it. For example, we stopped at a Burger King in Amarillo, Texas that had a play place, and my 4-year-old self decided that we should come back for my birthday. When I was 18, I drove to California over spring break with my little sister, and we stopped at that Burger King so that I could get my Burger King crown and fulfill that little kid wish. Somewhere else, I think New Mexico, but I could be making that up, the car broke down and a police officer or highway patrolman or whatever stopped to help us. He drove us to the nearest town so that we could have someone look at the car or fix it or something. Like I said, I don't actually remember any of this. Details, hazy, whatever. At one point when my father and I were sitting in the back of this cop car, I looked at my dad all wide-eyed and said, "Dad, he has a shooting stick!" This is one of road trips with other people, or travel in general with other people. These events become lifelong sources of stories and memories and epic bonding moments. I've done that drive without my dad more times than I've done it with him, but I still think of him the entire way. Our stories are littered along the interstate, making the entire thing feel like home. I have this omnipresent travel companion even when I'm traveling alone. I hear my dad referencing the Eagles song when I see signs for Winslow, Arizona, or his car maintenance advice when I stop at gas stations. So even without him there, my relationship with my father is embedded into my experience of that trip. This isn't to say that I haven't acquired new memories along the way, only that my relationship with that space has grown richer over the years. I love to travel and explore the world on my own terms, but saying it that way is a little bit deceptive and misleading because there isn't anywhere that I can go that I don't have my family's advice or memories or experiences ringing in my ears. I hear their stories in familiar songs or plastered across airport flight monitors. Airports especially. I don't have time to get into it right now, but I cannot enter an airport without thinking of my father. So happy belated Father's Day, Dad. I miss you, even if I do get to keep you with me always in a little way. I love you. Brittany, I look forward to hearing your fun childhood travel memories.